Yeah. It's your boy Joe Snow, man, and we in week two of college football. Plus, week one in the NFL is in the book. So, look, we got statement wins, we got a couple of humbling reality checks, and then the return of overreaction Monday in full effect as well. So, I'm breaking down who looked for real on Sunday, who fooled us on Sunday, and what it means going forward. And then the W, the WNBA, y'all, the Las Vegas Aces are on the heater. So 15 straight wins, and the girl Asia Wilson is just busy rewriting the record book, man. That's not just winning, that's culture, that's preparation, and man, execution. So today's plan, three takeaways from college football, three from the NFL, and then the Aces streak matters heading into the playoffs. So lock in with your boy Joe Snow. Let's get it. Yeah, man. Again, we are back. College football week two is in full effect. Yeah, full effect, y'all. So check it out. Check it out. We got a lot to get into. So here's what I got as far as on last Saturday. Biggest statement win this past week to me was Oregon versus Oklahoma State. Check this out, man. Oregon, it was just basically a historic beatdown. Just a historic beatdown. It was like 69-3. Um, it's by far the worst. The Cowboys, the biggest loss of the Mike Gruden era. The three phases of dominance, when I went back and watched that game, Oregon scored with nine different players. That's crazy. Nine different players. They piled up 631 total yards and then house back to back pick sixes in the third quarter. I don't know, man. That's crazy. And then from a national standpoint, after 2 weeks, Oregon has outscored their opponents 128-16. Again, Oregon, after the first 2 weeks, they have outscored their opponents 128-16. And that's ridiculous. But to me, and I know there's a lot of teams that play high school teams. I get it, but I don't know. I watch a lot of college football, and for me last week, this Oregon versus Oklahoma State to me was the biggest statement win of last week. So let's talk about most concerning college football team. Yeah, doggone Florida Gators. Yeah, they wet the bed, y'all. They wet the bed. At home against University of South Florida. Now don't get it twisted. University of South Florida, they ain't no easy peasy team. They play. And if you're from Florida, you know that it's always a battle of Florida's who has the best school as far as college football. It goes Florida State, Florida Gators, University of South Florida, Miami, just to name a few. So there's battle. So the Gators, man, they wet the bed at home to USF. So the score was 18-16. So here's the thing: late clock mismanagement, flags and an ejection for spitting that moved the change before they walked off the field with Nico Grammatica with the field goal. I mean, now again, I would say this: like University of South Florida, they ain't nothing to play with. You know, they can play some ball. Um, I know Miami is playing them this Saturday, but with LSU, Miami, Texas, and more, still ahead to play. That's going to be tough for the Gators, man. Um, this was a great win for University of South Florida. I don't want to take that away from them. So they're going to face Miami this Saturday in Miami. So Miami will have a real problem to face with the quarterback that from University of South Florida, Brian Brown. So this kid, he likes to use his legs. So for me, personally, I know Carson Beck. He gonna find his receivers, C.J. Daniels and Malachi Tony. The Canes, they defense, they got good guys up front. They can squeeze at the mobile quarterback. If Miami is basically able to keep the quarterback Byron Brown, I'm sorry, you can stop him early on downs, win in the red zone. They can control the game, but you gotta stop, that that quarterback and that quarterback RPO run game. That's really what it really comes down to. They're gonna have to stop that. So, and still some possessions, obviously, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough one when they play University of South Florida. Now, last I checked, the spread, what Vegas had the spread at 16.5 points. If you're gonna parlay it, I would. This is me. I mean, and me being a Miami fan, but I would take University of South Florida. I don't think the Hurricanes go in by 16.5 points, but I do think the Hurricanes still get the W. You got to be disciplined. That's it. Let's just be disciplined. But Carson Beck, he's had a pretty good 2 weeks, and he's in my Heisman race thus far. And I know it's early to start talking about the Heisman, but that brings me to my next subject. My top three in the Heisman race so far. Number one, I got Tommy Castellanos, that quarterback from Florida State. His guys is doing it, man. He's had 2 great weeks, and he is doing his thing. Number 2, I had John Mateer from Oklahoma, who's doing a great job. 270 something passing yards, 74 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and he was a dual threat quarterback. And then my number 3, obviously, I said Carson Beck. 22 for 24 for 267 yards. So I definitely will be paying attention to this game against University of South Florida this Saturday, and more to follow. Miami has to still play Tennessee. They got Florida. They still got Florida State. They got Syracuse down the line. I wish we was playing Georgia this year, but Georgia Tech this year. But considering Georgia Tech has beaten the Hurricanes the past 2 years, but that's neither here nor there. But you take it 1 week at a time. And next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday, they got University of South Florida. So we will see. But that was it for as far as college football. Let's go into the NFL because week 1 has kicked off. And, man, we have had some highs and we have had some lows. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. So, NFL week 1, there's a lot of rookies that, obviously got drafted this past draft and that played. One specific rookie that caught my attention was the guy Tyler Warren for the Indianapolis Colts, who had a great game. This guy, look at him out in the flat. That I mean, he was just out there doing this thing. He he racked up what seven catches for 76 yards. He had 3 grabs on the opening drive, and he set a week 1 rookie tied in reception record. To me, man, that's how you start your career. And of course, it came in a 33-8 butt whooping against my Miami Dolphins. Yeah, which I would discuss that here soon. But anyway, want to give a shout out to Tyler Warren for an outstanding game. And that he's a rookie tight end, and way to look. I mean, he's tough as it comes, man. So congratulations to the Colts for a hell of a performance and the rookie that they got. So moving down to best coaching decision, in my personal opinion, this week, as far as new coaches in the NFL, they got the new coaching job. I actually have to go with Liam Cohen, the Jacksonville Jaguars coach. So Liam Cohen, he did something. This is what you call gutsy. This guy, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. He went for it on 4th and 1. First game as an NFL head coach, 4th and 1 on his own 37 on the first drive. He go for it, gives the ball to Diaz, and en route to De'Ami Brown, moving the sticks, which basically set the tone, man, in my personal opinion. But he had a hell of a game, and I like that when coaches can be aggressive, which, to me, he basically was aggressive. He leaned on analytics, and I think that's a great way on how you get you send a message to your locker room on who you are. So he's my coach of the week as far as best coaching decision. All right, so we're about to have an uncomfortable conversation. As you can see, I'm in my Miami Dolphin gear. I'm like the ambassador for the Miami Dolphins. I'm like the ambassador. I'm like a huge fan. I don't shy away from when your team is trash, your team is when they suck on Sundays. Hey man, you gotta face it. I got a lot of texts. I got a lot of texts from friends and everything. But hey man, I stand with my fans, and it is what it is, but it's just trouble in paradise, y'all. It is trouble in paradise. And I tell you, I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins, they are in trouble. Okay. Look, I went back and watched. So I didn't watch the game live. I was actually at the Atlanta Falcons game with my beautiful, lovely wife. And, she's a Falcons fan, with us being here in Atlanta. But I was at the game, and so I was just kind of watching the score on my phone and the scoreboard and on the Jumbotron in the stadium. And of course, I'm getting tagged. I'm getting texts. When I seen, I was like, oh, 17-0, jeez, and then went to 20-0. You know, and I'm like, what the hell is going? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going? And I don't know, man. I said, look, I have to go back and watch the game, and it was traumatizing to go back and watch that game. Um, and just to kind of see what the Dolphins did. I mean, they played horrible. So, some of the things here I got highlighted here, man. Look, in the first half, they had 43 total yards. In the first half, they had 43 total yards. Lost time of possession. They just had self-inflicted wounds. 3 turnovers. I mean, 12 men in the huddle. Come on, really? Um, Running into the kicker. I mean, Tua, my guy, Tua went 14 out of 23 for 114 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, and lost a doggone fumble. The only touchdown that they had was the screenplay on 4th and goal to Devon A-Chain. It was just a recipe for disaster, y'all. A recipe for disaster. And I tell you, I don't know. I don't but I would say this. Excuse me. As I share my screen with y'all, this is why it's a recipe for disaster. Because I said, Lord, what is it? How? What was it just unprepared? Was it? And so this is exactly why that this didn't work out. Follow my screen with me here. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. You see that backward flips and stuff like that in practice. This is why they was not prepared. This is why these brothers was not prepared. You see I can't make this up. Doing backward flip. This just all this tells me is that the coach has no control. He has no control. You know, when I was in the Navy and when captains would get fired, they say, yeah, um, he lost control of the ship or whatever, basically in layman's terms. But this is what this reminds. It's just like it's a circus. Um, I know the secondary. As I of course keep up with them. Um, some key players that they bought in over the um, during free agency and all that got some injuries and stuff like that. But I mean, come on, though. These guys just when I went to watch the review the game, rewatch the game, they just looked at unprepared, like really unprepared, man. Um, and I can go and start talking about, you know, if I'm keeping it 100. This was just week one. This was week one. However, a lot of good teams lost, right, on Sunday. I mean, if you would agree, you know, the Lions lost. We know how they were last year, right? Um, the Falcons lost. They lost to a really good, Tampa Bay team, and Atlanta's good. Um, so I get it. It's week one, but my only thing is my mom used to say, it's not what you did, but it's how you did it. It's not what you did, it's how you did it. And it's like the nature of how they lost and who you lost to. You got Daniel Jones out there looking like Tom Brady. I mean, come on. I ain't buying it. I'm sorry, I'm not buying into the Colts like that. As far the only one thing I would say with them is their defensive coordinator, Louis or Arum. Got to get his name right, but he was the defensive coordinator for the Bengals, and he's a damn good defensive coordinator. He really is. When my memory serves me correctly, Trey Hendricks from the Bengals. I never forget when he put that hit on Tua and it was a concussion. So I say all that to say, yeah, they defensive coordinator. Yeah, he can cut. I watched the sacks that they was putting on Tua. It kind of reminded me of that, but I'm not. I don't think. I think the Colts are an okay team. And it's not to take away. They got the win. They got some great players on there. Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr., Tyler Warren that I mentioned earlier. They got some great players. Come on now. I'm not robbing them from that. But it's week one. Let's see where there has been some trade rumors, and that's been going on as far as Mr. Hill, Tyreek Hill. So let's see where week two takes us. And then we'll kind of go from there. But I'm not ready to necessarily get there yet. But Miami, y'all gonna have to definitely have to fix this. Now to beat the Patriots next week, in which they faced them in week two, some keys basically to get the win based off what I've seen. Look, you got to start off fast. They got to get to a fast start. Run motion. Get Tyreek and Waddle in rhythm. Run some RPOs and some play action. Let A-Chain set the pace. Get the running game established. Get the running game. Keep Tua with answers. You got to give him answers. A lot of teams, they're going to take away his first read. You got to give him, have him, some check down, something. Give him some answers. And then do the 6-man protection, obviously on the passing down. You got to protect him, man. You got to protect him. If this is your guy, Mike McDaniel, or if this is our guy, right? So, and then I don't know if Gonzalez is playing the safety that the Patriots got, but if that safety slide down, man, punish them with the RPO game. Use the slot receiver, use the tight end. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what week two brings. Woosah. But that game, my guys, they just looked at really, really unprepared. But again, we'll see how it goes. Mike McDaniel, you on the hot seat. Come on now. Tighten up. Tighten up. Come on, man. All right, switching gears here. Look, let's give a quick W shout out. Yeah, man, we got to talk about the Las Vegas Aces. So, look, these sisters, I'm telling you, are having. I mean, they started off obviously, not so good, but then they picked it up, man. The Aces, they won 14 straight games. Recently, 80 to 66 win over Chicago. Asia Wilson, she dropped 31 and 11, and set the WNBA single season record with 13 30-point games. The defense depth and MVP caliber like herself, I mean, Aces, man, they right back in it. I don't know, man. I think they looking like they're gonna go back. They look like they're gonna win the chip, man. So that is exactly what it's looking like, man. Um, I've been watching a lot of the WNBA lately, and it's good. It's been great, man. To see the ladies out there hooping, man. So shout out to Asia Wilson. Shout out to the Las Vegas Aces. Oh, and Becky Hammond. People be sleeping on Becky, man. I think she can coach better than some of these male NBA coaches that's in the league, man. So shout out to Becky Hammond, man. Yes, indeed. Well, listen. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy YouTube page at Joseph Snowden 397. Again, we went over some college football, we went over some NFL, we went over a little bit of WNBA. So thank y'all for tuning in this week. Oh, Saturday. We got the big fight, man. We got Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Man, that one's gonna be good, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. I think I don't know. I'm nervous. I mean, I want to go Crawford. I want to go Canelo. I've been following both of their careers, so I believe that it's going to be a great fight. I can't wait. I can't wait to tune in, man. It's going to be really interesting. Don't forget Bud Crawford. He went up in weight. Y'all. So they say when you go up in weight, man, you kind of lose a little bit of that power. So it's gonna be a really great fight, and I'm really looking forward towards it. So again, look, you've been listening to the Joe Snow Sports Podcast. For clips, full episodes, and updates, subscribe on YouTube at Joseph Snowden 397. Get on there, drop a review for me. I'm Joe. See you next time. Thanks for riding with me. And you already know that. Next time, people. Peace.